Hello, Project 4. How are you? All good? Excellent. Well, as we discussed in class last week, today is the revision for Unit 6. Okay, we finished the unit, so today we're going to do a revision class, and then this afternoon I will send you the test, the exam to do in your house. Okay? Really important. I know you're at home and I can't keep an eye on you, but please do it as an exam. Okay, so do the revision, look in your books, fine to start, but when you do the exam, no books, no talking, no looking at your phone, just do the exam and send it to me. Okay, you have two options. You can print the exam and write on it, no problem, or if you prefer to just look at the screen and write the answers on paper, absolutely fine. Take a photo, scan it and send it to me. If you're going to do it on paper, please make sure each question is really clear for me to correct. Okay, let's get on. So there's really only three things that you need to study for the exam. All right, the first one is first conditional. Second, phrasal verbs. And third is noun verb transformations. I'll explain that one in a minute. Okay. You also have a reading exercise in the exam, but I can't really give you any practice for that. But anything you want to look at in your book for reading, perfect. Okay. So let's start with first conditional. Let's give an example sentence. Okay. Remember, first conditional starts with if and the present. So for example, if I go to the shops, comma, what comes in the second part? Good, will and infinitive. If I go to the shops, I will buy some chocolate. Okay, fairly simple? Good. So remember, first conditional, we use if and the present, and in the second part, will and infinitive. If we want to use negative, what's the negative of will? Won't. Excellent. Okay. Now remember, we can also use other words instead of if. Okay, remember, if means it's possible. What other words can we use? Can you remember the ones that we looked at from the book? Good. Things like after and when. Remember these different time phrases. If you have a look at page, I have to find it, page 71 in your book, okay, you'll see the different ones there are. There was also while, as soon as. Okay, can you see that? As soon as. Any others? When, and before. Okay, so all of these we can use instead of if. Okay, we can also change the organisation of the sentence. We can put the if clause first, if I go to the shops, or we can use this clause first, I will buy some chocolate. Remember, if we put this first, there's no comma. So in this sentence, if I go to the shops, comma, I will buy some chocolate. The other way, I will buy some chocolate if I go to the shops, no comma. All right? Now, what's the difference between using if, after, when, while, as soon as, and before? Well, it just makes this more specific. If means at some point in the future it's possible it happens. After and before make it more specific. When, while, as soon as, more specific of when we're going to do something. Okay, fairly simple? Good. So, to have a little practice of this, look in your book at page 78. Page 78. Okay, and I'd like you to look at exercises 2 and 3. So in exercise 2, we have some first conditional sentences, you just need to complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb in brackets. Okay, so you have the sentence, just change the form of the verb to make the correct sentence. In exercise 3, can you use the cues to make first conditional sentences starting with if? Okay, now you know what to do. Press pause, do the exercises, and then come back and we'll go through the answers. All right, no cheating. Make sure you pause, do the exercise, then come back. Okay, so pause now. And you're back. Right, easy peasy? Good. Let's have a look through then. So, number 1, I'll phone you after Sarah arrives. Don't forget third person. Good. I arrive, you arrive, Sarah arrives. Number 2, before we have dinner, I will have a shower. Good. Number 3, we'll see Ken when we go to the shops. Number 4, we will wait while Tara gets the tickets. Number 5, Joe will set off as soon as we text him. Number 6, I will do my homework before I watch TV. Number 7, Andy's parents will be angry when they get the letter. And number 8, we will leave as soon as the programme finishes. All correct? Yeah, of course. All right, what about exercise 3 then? So making the first conditional sentences. Okay, so number 1, if you go to Las Vegas, you'll have a great time. Okay, very good. Number 2 then, if Liam leaves school, he won't get a good job. So remember, he won't is the negative, not will. Okay? Number 3, if you write to Melanie, she will give you good advice. Number 4, if you don't protect your password, people will read your emails. Remember, in present simple negative, don't protect. Good. Number 5, if Andy plays tennis all the time, he won't have time for his schoolwork. Again, in the negative, won't. Number 6, if you help your friends, they will help you too. And finally, number 7, if you tell lies, people won't trust you. Okay, everything correct? Perfect. So in the actual exam, okay, you're going to have the first half of a first conditional sentence, and you need to complete the second half with your own ideas. Okay, so make sure you look carefully which part is the first part. Is it the if clause or is it the will clause? Okay, make sure you look carefully so you get the correct part in the second sentence. Okay, first conditional. Now second is phrasal verbs. Whoop whoop. Okay, do you remember the story with the monkey and the lion and the antelope? The phrasal verbs that were in that story, you need to study. Okay, in the exam you're going to have a list of sentences that you need to complete with the correct verb, and you also need to put the verb in the correct form. Okay, so you need to look really carefully at the sentence. Is it in the past? Is it in the future? Is it a modal verb? Can, must, so we use an infinitive. Okay, look really carefully at the sentence to make sure you get the correct form. So to have a little practice, again, look in your book at page 78 and look at exercise 1. Okay, here we have a box of different phrasal verbs. All right, go away, walk away, get back, pick up, sit down, look after, run out of, bend down and get on. All right, so very simple. Can you match the phrasal verbs with the pictures to make the sentences? Okay, in this one, you have to use the past simple tense. In the exam, you need to decide what tense to use. Okay, so again, pause the video, choose the correct phrasal verb for each picture in the past tense, then press play and we'll go through the answers. All right, so pause now. I'm back. Right, let's go then. Number 1, we went to the shops and we got back at 2:30. So to get back is arrive home again. Number 2, I didn't want an argument, so I just walked away. Number 3, we ran out of petrol on the motorway yesterday. So remember, to run out of is to have no more left. Good. We got on the bus and... I don't have one for that. We got on the bus and sat down. Good. I forgot to write that one. Good. So we got on is to enter and sat down. Number 5, we looked after our neighbour's cat when they went away for the weekend. Good. So to look after is take care of it. Okay. And to go away is to go to a different place, usually temporarily. And finally, number 6, I bent down and picked up a coin that was on the ground. Okay, fairly simple? Good. Now remember, in the exam, you need to use the correct form. Okay, so look super carefully at if it's the past, the present, the future. Okay? Good. Now the final thing to practice is this noun and verb transformations. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of what you have to do. So, let's get my pen, find my example. Oh, where's my example? It's here. Okay, so you will have a sentence, for example, like this. I argued with my mum last night. Okay, so in this sentence, what is the verb? Good. Argued. Now, what is the noun from this verb? If you can't remember, it's on page 73 in your book. Okay, so argue is the verb. The noun is to have an argument. So this is the noun. So you need to write this sentence again, but changing the verb to the noun. So what's the complete sentence using argument? Well, it starts with the subject, I. Now, argued, is this in the past, the present, or the future? Good. It's the past, ed, and also last night. So I had an argument with my mum last night. Okay, so remember, it's important with the noun, okay, that you know the complete sentence to be able to write this sentence. All right, so look on page 73. Okay, here's the verbs and here's the nouns. So argue, have an argument. Discuss, have a discussion. Decide, make a decision. Solve, find a solution. Choose, make a choice. Agree, reach an agreement. Disagree, have a disagreement. Okay, so for each sentence, you'll have the sentence with the verb, and you need to write the sentence again, but using the noun form of the word. So make sure you understand how to use the noun in a sentence with have, make, find, reach, so that you can write the sentence again. Okay, fairly simple? Excellent. All right, so that's your revision for today. Okay, I'll see you in class on Thursday, and this afternoon I will be sending you the exam for you to do. Like I said, please don't cheat, don't use your books, do all your studying first, okay, all your revision, and when you're ready, sit, do the exam, and send it to me. All right, guys? Cool. All right, see you later. Bye.